So remember, our biggest challenge is we've had a century of overfishing in California and in most places, globally. We even hunted marine mammals by the early, 1900s. Now, in those catches, believe it or not, white sharks were part of that. So probably for 100 years, the white shark population's been depleted. In addition, marine mammals, one of the adult white shark's favorite foods, have been over-harvested to the point where many were on the verge of extinction. I never, ever imagined I would see the day where I could take any of you out any day of the week and find you a white shark along the California coast. I never thought that would be possible. We live in Southern California, which has one of the most heavily populated coastlines anywhere in the world. There are 20 million people that live between Santa Barbara and San Diego within 60 miles of the coast. Didn't matter if it was a baby or an adult. You just said the word white shark, pull people out. Why? Because at the time we didn't know exactly the risk that was encountered there.
So our research is showing that most people perceive sharks from a scare standpoint. And it turns out that psychologically, people learn to fear sharks. They have no innate fear of sharks. Why? Because we didn't evolve with them.
People's perceptions of sharks are complicated. It's very easy to fear sharks, right? Because they are large predators. A lot of times people have misperceptions about sharks in terms of the amount of risk that they actually pose to people. So there's the perceived risk, what people think, and then there's the real risk. And that real risk isn't zero, but it's certainly much lower than what people tend to think.
At the Aquarium of the Pacific, our mission is to instill a sense of wonder, respect, and stewardship for the Pacific Ocean, its inhabitants, and its ecosystems. And so we believe that introducing people to sharks, or what they really are, is one of the most important things we can do to give people an opportunity to have an experience with sharks themselves and dispel some of the myths that people believe about sharks, or some of the stereotypes that they have about sharks due to movies, media, over-sensationalized stories.
And so through education, we need to correct those misperceptions and make sure people's risk assessment about sharks and their behaviors are accurate. We need to educate people about how to act when they're at the beach so that their behaviors promote not only their own safety, but also that of the sharks as well. And we need to learn how to help their conservation as much as possible, because right now humans are the greatest threat to sharks.
So I think the most important thing people can do to protect sharks is protect the ocean. So whether that's being careful about pollution, what gets into the ocean, what we dump get down our drains, the trash that we throw into the garbage can might blow into the ocean. The other thing is be careful about what we eat. So there are lots of fish that you can buy that are caught in good, sustainable ways where sharks aren't being caught as bycatch. But there are some fisheries that are actually really bad for sharks. And knowing what you eat and how it's caught can help you protect sharks.
It's important for them to have an experience to learn more truth about sharks so that they can overcome some of those negative stereotypes, because we know that people won't care about the animals, or they won't care about saving them if they don't care about them or they're not exposed to what they really are.